let's think about a couple things I want you to have kind of in the front of your mind as we're going through this, which is, first of all, does your business have a clear set of guiding values or principles or mission statement? You kind of hear all of these things used. Does your business have that? Are they clear to the entire company? Do you reference them to run your business, or have you just kind of put them out there and you don't really review them, right? So it's really a two-part question. It's not just about having values, it's about actually operationalizing them into the business. So just be thinking about that as we talk today, or I guess as I talk today, and then we get into Q&A. So I want to get kind of aligned from a terminology standpoint so that we're all talking about the same thing in this next section, where we're thinking about core values. So core values, or a mission statement, or company principles, or whatever, what they really do is they just represent the foundational commitments and deeply held beliefs that allow a company to navigate complex situations while keeping their identity and their culture at the forefront. So they're really kind of like a compass for your business. So when we talk about core values or principles, that's really what we're talking about. So, of note, it is more than marketing, right? I've seen it go horribly wrong when it's just marketing. These things, like I said, it's like a compass. They really should be a compass for your leadership and for your teams to sort of navigate by. So example, right? And this is a made up example, but not completely, unseen in the climbing gym, right? So a core value could be access. We aim to provide access to climbing as far and wide as possible. That could be a core value or like a mission statement, right? So one of the things that I think you should be asking yourself when you're making these types of decisions and you have a core value like access, for example, like how might this affect decisions like pricing or staffing or programming if your core value is to provide access and climbing as far and wide as possible, right? And some immediate things that pop into my head is like, okay, location. How many locations are you going to have? Where are those locations going to be? Are they easily accessible when it comes to walking scores or public transportation or parking or driving or whatever it might be? What does your pricing look like? Is your pricing going to exclude people? What does your programming look like? Do you have really good introductory programs so that you can drop that entry barrier to the sport of climbing? Those are just three right off the top of my head that, really just kind of jump out if this kind of thing was your core value, right? And so you can see if your core value is just access and that's it, you're just leaving it out there. I mean, okay, like what are you doing with that core value? Do you and your teams review your values when you're making important decisions about both easy day-to-day stuff like customer service and also hard strategic decisions like layoffs or compensation structures or how you manage a crisis like COVID or financial distress, right? Are you really using these things as a compass to navigate those? So having a value like access is great. It's even better if you really start to think about how is this value going to drive our business model.